Hey folks, Dagan here, and today, as the title suggests, I have the absolute pleasure of unboxing and demoing my favourite Epiphone Joe Bonamassa collaboration guitar. Now, Big Joe and Epiphone and Gibson have done so many collaborations over the years, and they're always limited edition for that year. And I never got a chance to play this when it came out, or even see one in person. I love a good outlandish guitar, like a guitar that stands out from the crowd, whether it be like a mirrored Kramer or all the crazy Van Halen guitars and stuff. I like guitars that on the surface look normal. No, I worded that wrong. Or abnormal on the surface, but internally are your classic guitars, if that makes sense. A little bit of spice, a little bit of something different. And this is certainly something different. Now, I've got to give a huge thank you to Anderton's. When I saw this on the site, I was like, right, I need to see this guitar and play one and showcase it in person because it's one of the coolest looking guitars you'll ever see. So let's unbox it. Well, I guess it's already been unboxed. What I mean is, let's get it out the case for the first time and appreciate the beauty. Oh, that's just as gorgeous as I knew it was going to be. The beauty, I should say, of the Copper Iridescent 1955 Joe Bonamassa Les Paul Standard. That's one of the coolest looking guitars I've ever laid my eyes on. What a finish. And in the little pocket right here in the case, you get this, which we'll talk about in a second. Case candy, as you'd expect. Epiphone stickers and hang tags and a little Allen key wrench for the truss rod. Some silica packs to eat later. But most importantly, a little certificate, a little leather bound certificate of authenticity. A little picture of Joe there, and some history on the guitar. How cool is that? I love the Bonamassa Nerdville cases as well, which come with all of his Epiphone collection guitars. It's so cool. Right, let's tune it up and plug it in. So, this is the glorious, from top to bottom, Epiphone 1955 Copper Iridescent Joe Bonamassa model. And it's one of, the cameras don't really pick it up as good as it is in person. It's a phenomenal finish. This Copper Iridescent is brown, it's gold, it's black in some lights, but all in all, it's just bloody amazing. So we all know, right, that Mr. Bonamassa has more, they're not really signature guitars, but they are in this sense. He's got more signature guitars than I've had hot dinners. Every year, Gibson and or Epiphone bring out a new model, faithfully recreating one of the guitars from his collection. So they're not signature guitars in the sense that it's the guitars he always plays live, and that's the kind of thing that, like Slash, for example, or the Les Pauls and stuff. I can't think of a better dude to get one-off guitars from, because we all know Joe at Nerdville and any of his locations has the most aggressively wonderful collection of guitars, amplifiers, pedals and everything on the entire planet. And what Gibson and Epiphone do every year is take one of Joe's favourite guitars from that collection that he does play live, because he does play them live, and that's the whole point of Joe having this collection. And they recreate it for us to enjoy. So this guitar is a recreation of a very rare, I think Joe knows of 3, and he's got 2 of them. 1955 Gibson Les Paul, but with a copper iridescent top. But why is that special? Because you've got to remember, Les Pauls come in an array of colours these days. But back in 1955, they were all gold tops. Remember? Until the bursts in 1958, they were all gold tops. But Gibson was, of course, a factory, and quite a small compared to what it is now. So you could call up and order your Les Paul in any flavour you want. There's even some white ones out there, I believe, like 50s gold tops but in white. And Copper Iridescent was indeed an option. And again, this is before the humbuckers were a thing. The humbuckers obviously came out in 1957 on the first gold tops, before the bursts and that. And this is obviously 55, so just after the wraparound tailpiece. So this has a tune-o-matic bridge and a stop bar tailpiece, but those gorgeous P-90s. And that's why I love it so much. So at its core, it's like a regular Les Paul, but it's got a very unique top, which, like I keep saying, these cameras don't really pick it up very well. It's such a gorgeous colour. I'm guessing inspired by the hot rods of the 50s at the time and all the fancy, like, modified car culture and stuff. To have a copper iridescent Les Paul is just gorgeous. And that's why it's my favourite. So it's that famous recipe we all know and love. Mahogany body with a carved maple top. And I think because of the binding, the cream binding and the cream pickups and pickguard and the rest, that's why I get off on this colour so much. It kind of complements the metal flake in that copper iridescent like paint. Oh, it's just awesome. And the fact it's got brown knobs as well. It's the best thing in the world. It's so cool to look at. So yeah, controls, CTS pots, Mallory capacitors. So it's proper, the tone controls, I love it. And it's like I was doing the intro there. So smooth, especially when you pair that with P-90s. It's the pickups themselves are Epiphone P-90 PRO pickups, which have a lot of bark. Very clear. They clean up beautifully as well, as you'd expect. Moving up to the neck, set mahogany neck with a long neck tenon join, and check out the colour on the back. It's like a deepish cherry. It's not like a natural back or a black back or anything. It's a lovely cherry back, which again complements that top. Lovely. So mahogany neck with a custom 59 profile, which has some shoulders to it. It's not slim taper. It's not like a fat 58. It's like Goldilocks' porridge and perfectly in between. Laurel fingerboard, 22 medium jumbo frets, classic Epiphone headstock up top with a cool, like almost golden Epiphone logo. It's kind of all the specs. What else is fun? Oh, the pickguard. The pickguard is it is in chamfered on the side, so it's a straight pickguard, which is like they were back in 1955. I believe this is Joe's first signature guitar to come with P-90s. We've had the 3 pickups in the SGs, we've had the humbuckers in Lazarus and the 335s, and the Flying Vs, of course. I think this is the first. And with that as well, this isn't one of those crazy £2,000 Epiphones, right? For what it is, the specs, the uniqueness of it, because it is limited edition, they only make these for 1 year and then they go on and make another one. Comes with a case as well. It's super affordable for what you get, and the playability and the tones and stuff. And if you want to get one for yourself, linked in the description box down below is a link to the fine folk at Anderton's, who of course, like I said at the start, were kind enough to lend me this guitar to check out, because I've been hankering to see one of these and play one of these in person since the release. Grab one just down there in the description box. And the rest of my signal chain for that matter, I'll link everything I'm using in the description box down below so you can check it out at Anderton's, who are of course sponsoring today's video. But it's more than just guitar stuff you can get at Anderton's. Obviously, basses, amplifiers, effects pedals, PA systems, drum kits, pianos, synthesizers, and everything in between from those fine folk down in Guildford. So a huge thank you to Anderton's for sponsoring today's video. the world's best music store, as we all know. And I do mean that as well because they ship worldwide. Right, let's hear this beautiful looking, playing and sounding guitar some more. That's all I know of that song. I mean, Joe loves playing with the controls so much that it's not surprising that the CTS pots, the Mallory caps and these P90s clean up so well. There's notes in there somewhere. I did check yesterday. The correct notes, I should say. Let's hear some clean tones there. So we have it, ladies and gentlemen, a little rundown of my favourite Epiphone Joe Bonamassa model, the Copper Iridescent 55 Les Paul Standard. Let us know what you think down below in the comments. And in the description box you'll find links to add-ins so you can grab yourself one of these for an epic price. Prices on them at the minute are crazy, so much so that I don't think Adam is going to get this back. I think it'll look nice on my wall up there. Don't you think? Anyways, let us know what you think. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. If you want to see more behind the scenes stuff, check out my Patreon, which is linked in the description box down below as well. I've been Dagan. I'll see you next time.